Hello, people and audience. This is Nimak, and I'm substituting for Marble. He'll be back next week. Alright, the first and original 8th annual Bakersfield Comic Con, November 22nd, 2015. Located in Bakersfield, Kern County Fairgrounds in California. If you're interested in going, if you live around here, I'm visiting some friends, family, people out there. If you like Comic Cons, go check this out, Bakersfield Comic Con. Guess what comic book I brought today for you guys? People, my audience. Guess. Come on, I'll give you 2 seconds. Guess. Guess harder, come on. Alright. I'll just tell you. Taking too long. I'll let you guess one more time. It's something with ducks. Alright. 1976, Howard the Duck, issue number 5, comic book. Handle with care when you open it. That's sexy, right? Alright. Created, written by Steve Gerber, drawn by Gene Colan. Inker Steve Leiloa. The editor Archie Goodwin. Alright, this book right here, comic book, starts off with Howard the Duck. He's just chilling right there in his desk doing paperwork. His girlfriend, she looks pretty good. Little love right there, and they're having a little love going on. She's over there looking for money because they don't have that much money. They're kind of broke, and they're in the recession, you know. They're on their struggles. So pretty much she finds a quarter and she's all happy. Yeah, I found a quarter, you know, I'm so happy. And he's like, dang, that's all we have? So this pretty much sums up the very first page. Second page. She finds a quarter and now they have 50 cents and he's over there arguing with this woman, telling her, dang, you know, I've been paying all my bills, this, that, and I don't even have that much money. And we only have 50 cents. What are we going to buy with that? You know, they got to buy dinner. They're over there worried about their money. So he's over there stressing and she's over there like whatever. It's like, I don't care. Maybe a little bit. And then he gets more angry, aggravated, irritated. And then she starts explaining her stories that she's a model. She's a model in drawing classes. People will draw her. That's how she gets paid. She gets paid a little bit of money. And he says, that's not going to pay everything. So he walks away. She's like, she then says, how about, would you like to be a billionaire? And then he's like, hold on, grabs him. And then he's like, confused. What do you mean? And she starts telling him, don't you like fantasy? Like imagination? And he's like, oh, he's more in realistic things. And he just walks away, leaves. He's all like, he kind of aggravated and leaves, irritated. He starts walking to a store, goes inside, and there's people in there. That guy's over there like looking all weird, like kind of weird. You see this over here, the duck? It's a cool duck. He gets the book. He's like photobombing. Is that how you call it? Yeah, but I call it anyways. This is a duck, and he gets the book. And he starts reading it, and he's like, whoa, what a coincidence, you know. They're making fun of a duck right here. Like, what's going on? He gets a little offended. He continues on reading the comic book. Commercials. Spider-Man. Back in the day. Page 3. He gets mad and throws the issue in the ground. And the owner, he gets mad. He's like, hey, you know, what are you doing? And he gets mad. You're going to have to pay for that. And he's like, what? I saw you read it, and now you have to pay 30 cents. And Howard the Duck's like, what? 30 cents? I used to remember it used to be 10 cents. Like, back in the day, like, what? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to buy me 2 Snickers, 2 chocolates, you know, 2 candies. I wanted to buy 2 candies. Now I have to buy 1. So he had to just buy 1 now for his woman. And he went back home because he went to the store to buy 2 candies, but now he came back with 1. And his woman's all like, oh, did you get the candy? and he's like, he's like explaining the story that he was looking at a comic book, and a little situation happened, and now he has a candy and a comic book. I mean, personally, me, that's a good combination. She starts reading it, and she's all like, oh, I see the ducks right here. You should give him a call. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give him a call and like talk to them personally. What's going on? I'm a little offended. So he calls the company, the people that wrote the comic book, and then a lady answers and tells her, oh, there's someone complaining about the comic book, something. And the guys are like, oh, it's about time someone's complaining. He's actually waiting for someone to call for them. Howard the Ducks are like, hey, you, what? Getting all offended, saying a lot of stuff, telling them off, hey, I don't like this. And he said he personally got offended. Like he was telling them like he's a duck, and they took it as a joke, and they clicked on him, click, and they hanged up on him. He got all offended. It's crazy. Commercials again. Some cool stuff right here. It's old school. He calls them, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna just go the next day to the company. Next thing you know, he goes to the company and decides to go, and he goes inside the building and sees a secretary there. Starts talking to her and tells her, I made an appointment. I'm here to talk to the manager, the boss. And then she's like, oh, you're the duck. Okay, come inside. He actually didn't have an appointment. He just went in, but there's like a little action thing going on with the movie scene, and they thought they misplaced him with another person, and then they're like, oh, okay, go inside for the stage. And then he went inside, and people were recording, and then they grabbed him. Oh, okay, we're ready for set. He's over here confused. What's going on? The guys are like, okay, we're about to start in 5. And then he's like, whoa, what's going on? There's a big audience right there, and he's Howard the Duck's confused. The guys are like, okay, this is what you're gonna do, this and that. And then Howard the Duck's still confused, and he's like, what? The guy's like, we start in 4, 3, 2, 1, and then action. He starts going on, and like a little comedy TV show starts happening. A clown throws a pie at Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck kicks his ass. I mean, he beats him up. And then he gets all angry and starts beating him up in front of the audience. And then they pause they go to commercials. Please stand by, kids. All the kids are like, yeah, rooting for him. Yeah, take him. There's a guy coming towards you. Watch out. And he's like, wow, hitting them, going crazy. Like, going on. We'll be back commercials. This is another. I think this was pretty cool. I used to watch commercials about this candy. It's funny. Alright, now we're back. Right here, Howard the Duck beats up the clown. The clown gets all crazy, and he gets hurt. And the guy grabs Howard the Duck and tells him to leave. And Howard the Duck's like, it's not my fault, all this. He went crazy and left. He's like, well, at least I handled my business, He's like, I don't let no one pick on me. And he handled his business and walked away like a boss. The ladies are like, oh, And he's like, it wasn't a big deal. So he's just leaving, going back home. Then he passes by a store, and there's a guy standing there. Seems like an owner from a store. And he tells him, I like what you did. You have balls. Told him. He was like, you got guts, duck. You crazy, I like you. Like, not that I wish many people would hit the clown. Like, I personally don't like the clown, and I like that. I like you. How about we work business? This right here, he starts telling them, I would like you to work for me. Howard the Duck's over there worrying about money because he doesn't know how he's gonna get money. Would you like to work for me? Howard the Duck's like, what's in it for me? Come inside my store. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go inside. He starts explaining to him, I like what you did, and I would like you to talk to people on the phone and tell them they have to pay my bills. They have to be paying me. Would you like to work for me? And he's like, yeah, sure. Might as well. I'm already here. And he's like, okay, you can start today, right now. And then Howard the Duck is like, what? That's crazy. All right, I'm going to start right now. And then there's a lady right there. beautiful lady, and the guy's all like, oh, I'm gonna check her out, might as well while you're working, I'm gonna be over there checking her out. Howard the Duck's all confused, like, what's going on? What? That's crazy. So he's like, I'm gonna start working, let him handle his business. Next page. He starts calling people. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep. He's like, the calling noises. He calls a person, and the person answers and says, hey, you've been 1 month low on payments. You have to be paying me. Or you have to pay my boss, the company you haven't paid for. You owe money. And then he's like, what? They hanged up. And then he decided, he's like, this is kind of fishy. This is kind of suspicious. I'm going to go check it out for myself. What's this all about? So he finds the address and goes to the house. He finds a place and he's like, whoa, this place was kind of weird, kind of abandoned. He knocks inside, starts knocking, and a lady answers, and she's all like shocked. She's all, oh damn, this is a duck. Never seen a duck in my life. And this is a real duck that talks. She's all confused, and then she tells him, the duck's all like, I'm here to collect the money, $59.50 from the payments that you owe me from last month from our boss. And then she's like, oh, the TV, oh, you can come inside and see what's going on with the TV. See for yourself. And then you're going to have to tell the kids about the TV. And then he goes inside, sees all the kids inside watching TV. And then she starts explaining her story about her father. The kid's father. She's all telling her that the guy left a long time ago. He bought a TV on the commercial. It used to be 50 cents. It used to be 50 cents per day. And she didn't know that she had to be paying every single day. And after a while, they couldn't be paying the bills. So she was telling them her sorry story. And Howard the Duck's all telling her, oh, Miss Lady, I'm not trying to get over here emotional about your story. This gave me depressed. I don't like this. How about you keep it yourself? And she's all telling her, explaining the story to him. And then he starts getting all emotional, touched with the story, and starts getting convinced with her story. Alright, let's go to the next commercials. They're all these superheroes. It's cool. Commercials. Damn, these were good too. Alright, now we're back. He gets touched with her story and understands her and just tells her, you know what, lady, just keep the TV. It's on me. It's on the house. I'll just work from my pay, from my own money, for my job. He goes back home, and his lady, she has money. She's over there bragging on him, telling him, hey, I got money. And he's all irritated, like, oh, we need more money. And she's like, well, at least I worked, I went over there modeling the school and people on a figure drawing class. And I got paid. We got money for food. And he gets mad. Hits his hand saying, that's not enough, woman. And she's all like, well, that's all we could get right now. Look, try to find something else where you could work. And she gets offended because saying, well, you don't like women taking care of you? And Howard the Duck's all like, well, he usually pays on his own money. And then she's like, well, maybe she wanted to pay this time. And maybe a little conflict was going on right there. And then he decides to get a newspaper and open and starts reading it, looking for a job. He finds a page, and then he sees that there's a tournament. Whoever stays in the contest, a guy named the GOAT, a wrestler, if you stay there in the ring more than 3 minutes, you win $10,000. And he's like, oh, let's go. Alright, so Howard the Duck and his women get on the bus. They go inside the bus and start talking about, alright, I'm excited for this. I think I could win the money. Some lady goes crazy, and then Howard's woman starts defending him. And they're over there talking about the tournament, the competition. That's what's going on this page. Commercials. Back in the day, till this day, this is bomb. This is good. Delicious. Some icy, it's really good. Alright, now back to the story. Howard the Duck and his woman get off the bus, and then they go to the tournament. They don't know where to sit down. There's a lot of people, and then they find a place to sit down. There's a man. His name's Goat. That's his nickname. He's like a monster, a vicious person, taking down all the people, contestants, and everyone's scared of him. And a lot of people are over there trying to stay in the ring for 3 minutes, at least trying to take him down or be in there in 3 minutes. Everybody, there's a lot of people. He starts stirring them out. A whole bunch of people, and then his woman's Howard's the duck's woman starts getting concerned for the duck, and everyone's like going crazy. The audience, whoa, he's going crazy. Commercials. All right. Howard the duck. He has a mask, and he's like a mysterious person. He doesn't want people to know that he's a duck, so he's hiding himself, trying to be mysterious. He goes into the ring after everyone says no more people are going inside, and he says, yeah, I'm gonna go inside. He goes inside, and then he talks to the goat and tells him he's gonna beat him, and the goats are like, come on, like tries to attack him, hit him, and he dodges, and then he starts doing combos, and then he does the specials. Howard the duck, he starts thinking. He's like, what am I gonna do? And he's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like a big swing and then take him down. That's what he does, and next thing you know, he swings and takes him down. And then the people that work in that company, they're like, oh damn, he actually took him down in less than 3 minutes. The guy, he starts complaining and tells him, whoa, that was too quick. You weren't even supposed to take him down. You're just supposed to be in the ring just for 3 minutes. Let me see your face. And he shows his face, and he's like, whoa, you're a duck. This was specifically for men, not for a duck. And then he's like, I'm not going to give you no money. Howard the duck gets all crazy. He's like, oh, you're going to pay me no matter what. And then the guys all starts getting a little scared. And they start negotiating, and he says, you know what? Let's make an arrangement. And then next thing you know, they decided they pay him some money. They didn't give him all the money, but something's better than nothing, right? So they gave him money, and next thing you know, they leave, and then they're excited, they're like, oh, now we have money, but we didn't get all the money, but at least we got something. Now we have money to pay our bills, and we have money for a house, a little place to stay. So next thing you know, Howard the duck and his woman, they decided to leave. Guess where they're going? They're going to New York. That's their next place. So that's where this comic book ends of Howard the Duck. Issue number 5, 1976 comic book. Pretty good comic book. I thought it was interesting. So that's the end of this comic book. Like, here's little things going on. Little commercials. Not commercials, you know what I mean. Little old school things right here. It's pretty cool. And that's the story for Howard the Duck. Here's Goat, the duck. Crazy story, huh? Interesting. Alright. This was Nimak. And if you like art, go check out my page. I got a YouTube page too. If you like art, go check out my page. It's Nimak. You'll see a monkey logo. That's me right there. You'll find me on YouTube. Check out if you like. Substituting for a Marvel. Next week, a Marvel comes back. So I was a special guest for today. Check me out on YouTube. Nimak. Thank you for watching and listening to my story. Checking this out. It's a good story.